name is Jay, and I've decided to try Booktube. So I thought my first video would be using the Booktube Newbie tag. The name of the channel is going to be Faceless Book Reviews, and the reason for that name is I plan on remaining faceless. I will be recording these things from behind the camera, not in front of them, for many reasons. Mostly I just don't want to be in front of the camera, and I know that if I want to talk about books, but yet I don't want to be in front of the camera, there aren't many options. So what I think the channel will be about, what I'm thinking about doing for the channel would be your typical TBRs for the month. That way, if anybody wants to join me, they'll know what I'm reading, they'll have an idea, and they can join along. My thought is, when I've gotten halfway through a book, that I may get on and discuss that book at that point and what my thoughts are halfway through the book. And I just think I'm going to be able to retain what I've been reading a lot more if I do this. And then when I finish the book, I'll come back on for a final review of that book. Again, I don't know how well that plays out. It's an idea. We'll see how it plays. Some occasional book hauls, some occasional unhauls. I think I might do some little free library stuff. I know that I have not seen many men doing little libraries, so I'm not sure how well, again, that will play out, but I have some ideas to go along with that. But that's one thing. Possibly a monthly wrap-up, and then I have some different ideas as far as challenges during the month, during the year, during the season, whether it's mood reading type things or genres or seasonal. So again, it's all new to me. All I know is that I want to talk about books. I don't want to be in front of the camera. So the best thing I can do is just take you along while I discuss my thoughts on certain things. So I guess with that being said, I'll go on to the questions. Okay, question one is, why did you start this channel? Main reason for that is camaraderie. I want to be able to converse with people who have the same thoughts as I do on certain types of books that I'm reading. Just interacting back and forth with people, I find that enjoyable. So question two is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to the Booktube? I will say the uniqueness is clearly this, where I'm going to be discussing what I've been reading while I walk and not being in front of the camera. All right, well, here we go. I'm going to apologize for this car. Question three, what are you most excited about this channel? I think the most exciting thing will be to see if I can get a community to grow from it. Again, I really don't know how well this is going to be received. It's because I haven't seen it done before. Why do you love reading? Well, to me, reading is knowledge and knowledge is wisdom. Other things, obviously, it's entertaining, gives us an escape, and it's just enjoyable. What books or series got you into reading? Honestly, I was not a big reader as a kid. I think that shows as far as lack of vocabulary to pull from. You'll see that if I continue to do this. But I guess if I were to pick one thing, Stephen King was really what I got into at one point. Okay, we're gonna have another car come by. Again, I'm not sure how that's gonna all sound. I may have to edit most of this out. I have no idea at this time. Question 6, what questions would you ask your favorite booktuber? Honestly, I probably wouldn't ask any questions, but there are a couple booktubers that I watch that I wouldn't mind hanging out with. Brian Lee Durfee, I love that guy. I love how raw his videos are. One take, no editing. So I do enjoy that. He just seems like a guy's guy. Somebody that would be pretty cool to hang out with. Mike's book review is another one that I enjoy. I like the style that he has. He doesn't do a whole lot of editing, which I appreciate, but he does a lot of the stuff that I enjoy. dropping more papers, such as like weekly wrap-ups and just talking about how the channel's growth. I don't know, stats. I like that kind of stuff. So I wouldn't have a question for any of them. I would just like to hang out and chill. Question 7. I'm going to wait until this car goes by. All right, so what challenges do you think starting a booktube will be the hardest? Well, other than cars going by every 5 seconds, I would say editing, creating thumbnails. I have no clue how to do any of this stuff. Recording videos, talking about stuff, pretty much everything. So, yeah, the whole thing's just going to be a mess, but we're still going to try it. Okay, so this is question 8, and it is question 8. When did you start reading again? This one, I pretty much tried to do anything I could not to read. Honestly, I think in high school, I maybe read one full book. Maybe 2. I think I read Of Mice and Men, which I liked. And then the other one that I really liked was, I liked it so much I can't remember. Oh, it's the one with the conch shell. Oy vey. Otherwise, I did anything I could to scam through school system. Still graduated with honors, but it was a farce. It's more street smart than anything else, knowing how to cheat and, good things that kids do. Where do you read? Okay, well, like I said, I don't know how to do any editing or any of that other stuff, but this is where I'm going to try to edit in pictures of where I read, and those would be the rocking chair in front of the pellet stove. Typically, that's where I read in the morning when I'm cold. Usually the first thing I read is the Bible in the morning when I can. Another area is my work area. I work for myself from home, so there's that area that I'm able to just kind of sit back and read a little bit. Then I have my recliner. And then I will not be showing a picture of my bed, but clearly I read in my bed as well. That's a pretty obvious one. Question 10, what kind of books do you like to read? I think the easier thing is to just list the ones that I'm probably not going to read, which would be romance. And probably not going to read not to say I won't read it, because I'm reading Mere Christianity right now. So, can't say I won't read that, but I would say I'll read anything for the most part. Let this car go by. I would read anything that probably isn't romance. Just not my thing. And then that leads me to question 11. What does your book collection look like? Pretty much non-existent. I'm on the wrong side of the road, so let's cross over. But as of right now, I really don't have a lot of books. What I do have are from my uncle. He usually gives me his books that he's read for Christmas. I think that's it. Hopefully this doesn't come out to sound too awful. Hopefully it isn't too much jogging. Hopefully I'm not sniffing too much. Hopefully there isn't a whole lot of ums and ands and uhs and all that nonsense. I guess what I would just say is, if you've made it this far, thank you. And if you would just leave a comment as to your thoughts on this style, positives, negatives, advice on maybe what I should do a little different. I'm open to any suggestions, because I really do want to try to dip my toes into this Booktube thing. But I just know I'm not going to do it in your typical fashion, your normal way of doing it. So I want to keep it easy, be able to do two things at once. I can get out and exercise. I can enjoy God's creations. And yeah, so let me know what you think. I appreciate your time. Goodbye.